Hey everybody, it's your girl Ray Ray, and if you did not know, a new chapter was added to Rosalina's storybook in Super Mario Galaxy 2. So today we are going to be reading through that chapter, and then I'm going to go into what I believe the hidden lore and details behind it is. So let's jump right into it. Epilogue: The Journey. That night the Lady of Shooting Stars had a premonition that a new star would soon be born. Usually on an occasion like this, she would invite a crowd of Lumas to the kitchen to celebrate, but this time she decided to wait in the garden alone. The grassy fields below the night sky, only the sound of the wind could be heard. Sitting there reminded her of the first time she spied the hill through her telescope. In the garden, she could take in her surroundings with a peaceful heart. On this night, she spotted two streaks of light in the inky sky. Looking more closely through her telescope, she saw that one was blue and flying like an arrow. Chasing it was a purple light. The two lights never touched, nor did they part. In fact, it looked like they were playing. The two lights began circling each other gleefully as they were dancing. Their pace grew faster and faster until their light grew brighter and brighter, until with one burst they transformed into two suns. The twin stars continued to circle each other, bathing the garden with warm sunlight. As the sky turned blue, the sound of the wind seemed to turn into a waltz. "Hello, new stars. It's nice to see you." A starbit fell from her eye, and also, "Welcome back." Then she heard a voice down by her feet. "Don't cry, okay? Your mother's waiting for your tears to dry." The lady kept her gaze upon the sky. "I know, but these newborn stars are so beautiful. It's hard not to be moved. Their light is so new and bright. And they're pulling each other together so strongly. Their orbit ensures they'll never part." She wiped a starbit from her eye. They each found their special someone. "But when will I meet my special someone?" the girl asked sadly. The lady's voice was kind. "The strongest force in the universe is a heart that never gives up." The girl regained her brightness and gripped the lady's hands. "Yes, I think that's how we must be." The lady squeezed the girl's hand in return. With that, the Lady of Shooting Stars went back inside, where she was met with a great number of Lumas in the bedroom, awaiting a bedtime story from her mamma. Ever since that day, the sun's light fills the garden, and it's said the wind whistles through the meadow in the tune of a waltz. The end. Now that was the extra chapters to Rosalina's storybook that was added. Now I'm going to go through what I saw and read through in the chapter. The first thing to point out was the two lights. If you did not read the brand new Mario Galaxy 2 storybook, it goes over the story of Lubba, who was originally called Lou. The two stars, I believe, are Mari and Lou, the two siblings described in the storybook. My only belief is that the purple light was Lubba and the blue light was Mari. The two finally reunited. This implies that at the end of the storybook, Mari and Lou did finally find each other. Okay, but if they found each other, that makes for a happy ending, right? Well, it gets more confusing when you look into the Rosalina aspect of it, because that's what I want to talk about today. Because I'm pretty sure anyone could tell that those were meant to be about Mari and Lou. But in reality, it ties into Rosalina in quite an interesting way that not many people are talking about, in my opinion. First off is the girl. Some people across the internet have believed that this girl is Peach, and that might be a good option, but I don't think so. It's been confirmed by many people across the internet that the younger girl is simply just Rosalina confronting her younger self. as the girl also looks like her in the storybook artwork. So if it's Rosalina, what was their whole conversation about? Well, the two lights circling each other, Rosalina addressed the two lights as their special someone, which could tie into the fact that Mari and Lou were siblings who would never part. This could tie into the Super Mario Galaxy movie, into the games, where they think that, well, this could confirm that Peach and Rosalina are, in fact, sisters. However, I'm not really big about that theory because that would over the fact that it was written into the storybooks. Nintendo made a big deal about Rosalina's storybook before the movie. And if the Peach and Rosalina being sisters became canon in the game universe, then that would completely overwrite her all storybook data. Because they already overwrote the first storybook, this would also most likely overwrite the second one to make it not canon. So I doubt that Nintendo is going to make Mario and Peach siblings, Rosalina and Peach siblings in the canon games, but they can still be siblings in the movie universe. But now that that's out of the way, I'd like to touch on something Rosalina said. Later in the book, she calls Mari and Lou. She says they have both found their special someone, which is not just a throwaway line, as siblings are not. She's not referring to a sibling bond here. That's what I'm trying to say. It's that in the Mario Galaxy game, she would often refer to Peach as Mario's special someone. Do you see what I'm getting at here? The special someone term has been used in a romantic light, and the girl asks if she'll ever find her special someone. This being Rosalina's past self could be confirmed into the fact that Rosalina's younger self is hoping to find love. Now, this detail is quite sad considering that Rosalina has been a lonely space princess for her entire existence. So the fact that her younger self is asking if she'll find love, and Rosalina comforts her in that fact and saying that the heart is strong, the heart is the strongest. This could be hinting at a future game or movie or whatever happens where Rosalina is finally given a love interest, as she's been the Mario princess without one. Even Pauline had Mario in the past, and if you want to think of it, Pauline has DK. So, you can even say that Pauline has a love interest, but the situation remains who would that love interest be? But Nintendo already has a lot of characters. Do you guys think that they'll introduce someone new to be Rosalina's love interest? Or will they take someone from the past? I get that this is kind of a stretch, all revolving around the words special someone in the story, but the Mario Galaxy storybooks are always confusing at first, like the new chapter that was added to the first one, where Rosalina was playing her guitar, which could be a reference to some concept art that was found for Mario Odyssey, where she was supposed to be a traveling guitarist. This is probably, I hate to sound begging, but this is probably hinting towards a 3D Mario game. All the signs are there for a Mario Galaxy 3. Or a Mario Odyssey 2 if you think about it, because of the Rosalina concept art being made slightly canon. I'm not sure. But anyway, these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments down below. But Mario Galaxy is a very great game, and I would love if they made it into the next 3D Mario. But anyway, I'm not sure who Rosalina's love interest could be, or if this is just them working towards canonizing Rosalina and Peach's sistership. But anyway, I'm Ray Ray. It's been Cray Cray.